Hey, Tribute Band Central, how's everyone doing? This is part two of The Piano Man, tribute to Billy Joel featuring Mark Kovaly. And sit back, relax, and enjoy part two. Making future shows, and I will look forward to it. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 minute break here to talk a little bit about your original music because I'm really, really impressed. You have the new EP that just came out in April 2025. I listened to that. I, I don't know music extremely well. It really, to me, has kind of a little bit of a techno vibe,
Well,
but but it's great to listen to.
so I will tell you, it's hard to keep these stories short. I toured for years in a band called Ocean Street. The lead singer in that band was a gentleman named Andy Croft. We wrote record upon record full of music, but I was a co-writer in that band. Andy is a brilliant lyricist, and we had a collaboration where I provided most of the music, occasionally lyrically, but not much. He was so accomplished that and we wrote records and music. We actually have a German record deal that still functions. If you go online, there's an album. It's Ocean Street, and the title is Munich Rain, and it's some of the most beautiful, I think, undiscovered music that exists on the planet. We're very proud of those. We're one of those bands that in the SEC schools matter. We had a Southern Tide sponsorship. We were as close to breaking and being a big deal as you can be without ever actually doing it. I know lots of bands that fall into that category. But during that time, I would write, right? From that German record deal with Ocean Street came the Piano Meditations deal. That's same thing. There's two piano meditations that are available, and they're on playlists all over Europe in spas. So I receive residuals from my streaming, sometimes almost $70 for a quarter. I've broken $200 a couple times. But they're pieces of music I carried around for a long time that I adore. Uh, so I'm happy to have them out there. There's singles that started appearing 4 years ago. There's a song called "The Surrender." There's a handful of singles. The premier one is a song called "The Light." I don't know if you've seen the video. The model in the video is my wife.
Yeah.
She's lovely, and her horse Finn. Um, we shot that during quarantine. Um, it's a lot to get into. During quarantine, I did a live stream every Thursday and Sunday called Mark Kovaly Live.
Hmm.
Sunday was only Billy Joel. Thursday was all request.
Okay.
And at that time, we released that video, made a bunch of Billy Joel fans, but that original song, "Delight," was by far the most requested song during our streams. Our little fan base fell in love with it, so much so that we would end the Billy Joel shows on Sunday night with it, which was to me that you can't even. But let me tell you, the record Paros that you're talking about,
Yep.
the singer from Ocean Street, Andy and I are playing a wedding in Paros, Greece on June 9th. We're getting ready to head over there to play a wedding. In order to make things great for the bride and groom, for cocktail hour, they want a DJ spinning EDM beats and someone playing live acoustic piano,
Okay.
which became me because we're already going over to play the wedding, right? It's all, they're taking unbelievable care of us and we're really excited to do it. But instead of just having a DJ, I don't know, spin random beats,
Yep.
I wrote the 5 songs and recorded them. So I'll be playing a live acoustic piano over those backing tracks that are Paros. So they were specifically written for a cause. But I will
Yep.
tell you, I really enjoy the music. But that techno is not my normal preferred genre.
Understood, understood. And I too am a fan of the light of the I listened to all the singles and the two that stuck out, the light and then hold on. Really, I that one is really good too. I added it to my own playlist.
That's a
On
collaboration. I spent 9 years in a row for the month of July. Andy and I from Ocean Street would go over to Munich and play shows. That's how we ended up with a record deal over there. Well, we we loved the culture and we loved the vibe. And we came back, and I had the initial verse, anything can happen in a moment. That was a piece of music that I had, and Andy added the chorus. um that thing fell. We were just trying to write a Euro, like a dance song,
Yeah.
and then it came together really, really quick. We didn't have finished lyrics, and then I had some studio time that I had to use, so I did a version of it. Like, I'm talking, I know people say it all the time. We went in the morning with nothing and came out with the finished track because that was all the time that we had. The rap part that I do in the middle was never intended to be me. That was supposed to be a placeholder, but
Okay.
it came out so well we left it. And that is the drums, and a lot of the instrumentation is sequenced by a friend of mine named Marshall Coates, who also plays all the instruments on Surrender, and he's my go-to guy. He produces in the studio, and I have to mention Brian Stevens at Secret Cove Studios. I've known Brian for ever. He's my live audio engineer when I have to bring a front of house guy, and I record with him on a regular basis. That's like my team. Those are my go-to people.
Wow. Wow. Well, thank you so much for the background on it. I've enjoyed it. It's out on the streaming services. So, any of my listeners, I'll put some links in the comments, and this is good stuff to listen to. So, let's get
I
back
appreciate
to
it.
Piano Man. So, let's talk about